Hello, dear listener. Welcome to this quiet space, a tranquil moment dedicated to the gentle hum of existence itself. As the world outside begins to soften its edges, and your own thoughts drift towards stillness, let us embark on a serene journey into the heart of what it means to be alive. Tonight, we will explore the wondrous tapestry of biology, the scientific study of life and all its myriad forms. Imagine, if you will, looking out at a vast, ancient forest, or gazing into the intricate patterns of a single leaf, or perhaps even sensing the subtle rhythm of your own breath as it rises and falls. All of this, and so much more, falls under the graceful umbrella of biology. It is a broad and profound natural science, a silent inquiry into the very essence of being, encompassing an astonishing range of fields and unifying principles. These principles, like whispered secrets passed down through countless generations, explain the structure, the function, the growth, the mysterious origin, the relentless evolution, and the boundless distribution of life across our magnificent planet. At the very core of this grand exploration, there are 5 fundamental themes that act as guiding stars, illuminating our path through the complexities of life. Let us ponder each of these themes, allowing their profound implications to gently settle within your mind. Firstly, there is the cell as the basic unit of life. Picture a single, microscopic cell, perhaps a simple bacterial cell, or one of the countless cells that form your own body. It is an astonishingly complex, self-contained universe, bustling with intricate machinery, a miniature city of processes. Each cell, in its elegant simplicity, yet profound complexity, embodies all the characteristics of life. It breathes, it metabolizes, it responds, it replicates. From the smallest amoeba to the largest whale, life begins, functions, and continues at this fundamental cellular level. It is a testament to nature's efficiency, a modular design that allows for both resilience and incredible diversity. To think that all the vibrant life we see around us, from the towering redwood to the shimmering butterfly, is ultimately constructed from these tiny, self-sufficient units, is truly a humbling thought. Each cell, a tiny spark of life, holds within it the potential for something far grander. Secondly, we delve into genes and heredity as the basis of inheritance. Close your eyes, and perhaps recall the subtle curve of your grandmother's smile mirrored in your own, or the distinctive hue of your eyes, inherited from a distant ancestor. This continuity, this passing down of traits, is orchestrated by genes. Tucked away within the nucleus of almost every cell, like precious scrolls in an ancient library, lies DNA, the very blueprint of life. It's a molecule of extraordinary beauty and complexity, a double helix, encoding instructions that dictate everything from the color of a petal to the intricate structure of a human brain. Genes are these segments of DNA, units of information, faithfully copied and transmitted from parent to offspring. They are the silent architects of continuity, ensuring that life, in all its forms, can reproduce and pass on its unique characteristics, weaving a continuous thread of existence through the vast expanse of time. Through heredity, we are connected not just to our parents, but to an unbroken chain of life stretching back billions of years. It's a profound thought, isn't it? To be a living echo of the past, carrying forward the legacy of countless generations. Our third theme, perhaps the most sweeping and transformative, is evolution as the driver of biological diversity. Imagine the Earth over eons, a canvas constantly being repainted. Life, as we know it, is not static, it is a dynamic, ever-changing dance. Evolution, powered primarily by the gentle yet powerful force of natural selection, is the grand sculptor of this diversity. It is the process by which populations of organisms change over successive generations, adapting to their environments, giving rise to new species, and sometimes fading into the whispers of history. Think of the staggering variety of life, the iridescent beetles, the soaring eagles, the deep-sea creatures glowing in the abyss, the whispering reeds by a quiet pond. Each form, each adaptation, is a chapter in the epic saga of evolution, a testament to life's persistent creativity and its boundless capacity to explore new niches and forms. It reminds us that we are all interconnected, branches of the same magnificent tree of life, constantly evolving, constantly adapting, in an ongoing ballet of existence. Fourthly, we acknowledge the ceaseless work of energy transformation for sustaining life processes. Life is not merely existence, it is activity, a constant flow. And all activity requires energy. Consider the quiet green leaf outside your window, silently performing the miracle of photosynthesis, capturing the sun's fiery energy and transforming it into the very sugars that sustain it, and ultimately us. Or think of the complex metabolic pathways within your own body, converting the food you eat into the energy that fuels every heartbeat, every thought, every gentle movement. This continuous acquisition, conversion, and utilization of energy is the pulsating heart of all living systems. From the smallest bacterium drawing chemical energy from its surroundings to the most complex animal hunting for its sustenance, life is an endless cascade of energy transformations. It is a fundamental truth. Life is an open system, constantly exchanging energy and matter with its environment, perpetually in motion, perpetually striving to maintain its intricate processes against the gentle pull of entropy. And finally, we arrive at the beautiful concept of the maintenance of internal stability, or homeostasis. Imagine a bird in flight, battling strong winds, yet maintaining its course. Or a tree swaying in a storm, its roots firmly grounded. Within every living organism, there is an incredible, almost miraculous, ability to maintain a stable internal environment, regardless of the fluctuating conditions outside. This is homeostasis. Your body, for instance, diligently regulates its temperature, blood sugar levels, and countless other physiological parameters within very narrow ranges. It's a delicate dance of feedback loops, an intricate system of checks and balances, ensuring that the internal conditions remain optimal for life's processes to continue smoothly. It speaks to life's resilience, its profound capacity to regulate, adapt, and self-correct, striving for equilibrium amidst the dynamic currents of the external world. It is a quiet testament to the self-organizing power of life itself. Biology, then, examines life across multiple, interconnected levels of organization, like layers in a delicate, precious tapestry. It begins at the most fundamental, almost invisible level, molecules. These are the building blocks, the proteins, the lipids, the carbohydrates, the nucleic acids, the very chemistry of life. These molecules then assemble into the astounding complexity of cells, which, as we've discussed, are the fundamental units of life. Clusters of similar cells, working in concert, form tissues, like the soft skin that covers us, or the strong muscle that allows movement. Tissues, in turn, organize into organs, each with a specific function: the heart pumping life, the lungs breathing air, the brain dreaming. Multiple organs working together form an organism, a complete individual, like you, or a tree, or a tiny ant. These organisms don't exist in isolation. They gather into populations, groups of the same species in a given area. And finally, populations of different species, interacting with each other and with their non-living environment, form magnificent, intricate ecosystems, like a coral reef teeming with life, or a silent, ancient forest. Each level builds upon the last, revealing emergent properties, complexities that couldn't be predicted by simply looking at the individual parts, reminding us of the profound interconnectedness of all things. Within this vast landscape of life, biology has blossomed into a multitude of specialized fields, each a unique window into specific aspects of existence. Imagine gently exploring these subdisciplines: molecular biology, which peers into the very machinery of life at the molecular level, deciphering the code of DNA and the dance of proteins. Then there is physiology, which investigates the intricate functions of living organisms and their parts, how a heart beats, or how a leaf photosynthesizes. Ecology invites us to understand the relationships between organisms and their environments, how everything is woven together in a delicate web. Evolutionary biology unravels the grand narrative of change over time, showing us where we came from and how we are related. Developmental biology explores the miraculous journey from a single cell to a complex organism, the unfolding of life from its very beginning. And systematics seeks to classify and name organisms, revealing their evolutionary relationships, helping us map the tree of life. Each of these fields, like a skilled artisan, employs a range of methods: careful observation, thoughtful experimentation, and elegant mathematical modeling, to gently investigate the mysteries of biological phenomena. Modern biology, in its deepest sense, is profoundly grounded in the theory of evolution by natural selection, a magnificent idea first articulated by the gentle observer, Charles Darwin. This framework provides a unifying explanation for the astonishing diversity and adaptation of life. And hand in hand with this evolutionary understanding comes the profound molecular understanding of genes encoded in DNA. The moment the structure of DNA was unveiled, a scientific revolution began, akin to discovering the universal language of life itself. Advances in molecular genetics have since transformed countless areas of biology, leading to breathtaking applications that touch our lives in profound ways: in medicine, understanding diseases and developing treatments; in agriculture, enhancing crop resilience and yield; in biotechnology, harnessing life's processes for innovation; and in environmental science, helping us understand and protect our delicate planet. Consider for a moment the sheer audacity of life itself. It is believed to have originated here on Earth over 3.7 billion years ago. Can you even begin to grasp the immensity of that timescale? A quiet eternity of primordial soup, of chemical reactions, leading to that first, fragile spark. Today, this spark has ignited into a vast, breathtaking diversity of organisms, from the simplest, single-celled archaea and bacteria, tiny invisible architects of early life, to the most complex multicellular plants, silently reaching for the sun, the intricate fungi, weaving their networks beneath our feet, and the animals, in all their glorious forms, including us. Biologists, in their quiet pursuit of understanding, classify these organisms based on shared characteristics and evolutionary relationships, using meticulous taxonomic and phylogenetic frameworks, constructing a vast, intricate family tree of all living things. And within this grand design, these organisms are not isolated. They interact with each other and with their environments and ecosystems, where they play crucial, often unseen, roles in the flow of energy and the cycling of vital nutrients, creating a delicate balance that sustains the entire planetary system. Biology, my dear listener, is a constantly evolving field. It is a living science, perpetually incorporating new discoveries and technologies, always expanding our understanding of life and its intricate processes. It tirelessly contributes to solutions for some of humanity's most pressing challenges, from deciphering the secrets of disease and finding paths to healing, to understanding and mitigating the impacts of climate change, and striving to preserve the invaluable tapestry of biodiversity that enriches our world. It is a science of hope, of wonder, and of relentless curiosity. Now let us reflect for a moment on the very word itself, biology. Its origins are rooted in the ancient Greek, a language rich with meaning. It comes from beta-omicron, bios, which simply means life. And this bios itself traces back even further, to the Proto-Indo-European root, **, which also means to live. Coupled with this is land-omicron gamma alpha, logia, meaning study of, So, in its very essence, biology is simply the study of life. A beautiful, elegant definition, isn't it? The compound word, biology, in its formal sense, first appears in a rather grand title from 1766. Philosophiae Naturalis Civ Physicae Dogmatica, Geologia, Biologia, Phytologia Generalis et Dendrologia, by Michael Christoph Hanno. But it seems the term, in its modern usage, was introduced independently by several thoughtful minds around the turn of the 19th century. Thomas Beddoes in 1799, Carl Friedrich Burdach in 1800, Gottfried Reinhold Treviranus in 1802 with his work, Biologie oder Philosophie der lebenden Natur, Biology or Philosophy of Living Nature, and Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, also in 1802, in his Hydrogeology. It's fascinating to consider how these minds, across different parts of Europe, independently arrived at this powerful, unifying term to describe the exploration of living nature. The history of biology, like a slowly unfurling scroll, reveals humanity's enduring fascination with life. The earliest whispers of scientific inquiry, which naturally included the study of medicine, can be traced back to the ancient civilizations of Egypt and Mesopotamia, stretching as far back as 3000 to 1200 BC. Their accumulated wisdom, their observations, their early understanding of the body and natural processes, gently shaped the natural philosophy of the ancient Greeks. Among these Greek philosophers, one figure stands tall: Aristotle, 384 to 322 BC. He was a prodigious observer and thinker, contributing extensively to the development of biological knowledge. He wasn't just describing, he was exploring the why behind biological phenomena, investigating biological causation and meticulously documenting the vast diversity of life he encountered. His inquiries laid crucial foundations. His successor, Theophrastus, then took up the mantle, beginning the scientific study of plants, quietly cataloging and understanding the botanical world. As centuries flowed onward, the torch of knowledge was carried forward by scholars of the medieval Islamic world. Among them, we find remarkable figures like Al-Jaiz, 781 to 869, who wrote profoundly on animal life and social organization, Al-Dinawari, 828 to 896, whose botanical works were groundbreaking, and Rhazes, 865 to 925, whose contributions to anatomy and physiology were significant. Medicine, in particular, was a field meticulously studied by Islamic scholars, building upon the rich traditions of Greek philosophers. Natural history, too, found deep inspiration in Aristotelian thought, preserving and expanding upon these ancient understandings. Then, a pivotal moment arrived, a dramatic shift that allowed humanity to peer into an unseen world: Anton van Leeuwenhoek's dramatic improvement of the microscope. Suddenly, the invisible became visible. It was in this era that scholars, with newfound clarity, discovered spermatozoa, the bustling world of bacteria, the curious infusoria, and an astonishing diversity of microscopic life previously unknown. This revelation expanded the very concept of life itself. Investigations by Jan Swammerdam followed, sparking a new wave of interest in entomology, the study of sex, and importantly, helping to develop sophisticated techniques of microscopic dissection and staining, paving the way for even deeper insights. These advances in microscopy had a profound, transformative impact on biological thinking, forever altering our perception of the living world. The early 19th century marked another significant turning point, as biologists, gazing into their improved microscopes, began to point to the central, undeniable importance of the cell. In 1838, Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann began to promote ideas that are now universally accepted. Firstly, that the basic unit of all organisms is indeed the cell, and secondly, that individual cells possess all the fundamental characteristics of life. However, at this time, they still held to the idea of spontaneous generation for cells, opposing the now accepted third tenet that all cells come from the division of other pre-existing cells. But the relentless march of discovery continued. Robert Remak and Rudolf Virchow, through their meticulous work, were able to firmly establish and reify this crucial third tenet. By the 1860s, most biologists had embraced all three tenets, which collectively consolidated into the foundational cell theory, a cornerstone of modern biology. Meanwhile, the natural world continued to be a source of immense fascination, and the task of organizing its myriad forms became a central focus for natural historians. Carl Linnaeus, a methodical Swedish botanist, published a basic taxonomy for the natural world in 1735. In the 1750s, he introduced the revolutionary system of scientific names for all his species, a binomial nomenclature that brought order and clarity to the dizzying array of life forms. While Linnaeus focused on classification, others began to ponder deeper questions about the nature of species themselves. Georges-Louis Leclerc, Comte de Buffon, for instance, treated species not as immutable, fixed categories, but as malleable forms, even daring to suggest the possibility of common descent, an idea that hinted at the grand evolutionary narrative yet to fully unfold. Serious evolutionary thinking, though, found its first coherent theoretical expression in the works of Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. He presented a systematic theory of how life might change over time, focusing on the inheritance of acquired characteristics, suggesting that organisms could pass on traits they developed during their lifetime to their offspring. While his specific mechanisms were later disproven, Lamarck's contribution was immense. He provided a vital conceptual framework, a starting point for thinking about life as a dynamic, evolving process, paving the way for the profound insights that would follow. And so, dear listener, we have journeyed through the vast, intricate landscape of biology. From the silent, ancient origins of life, through the monumental discoveries of the cell and DNA, to the ongoing, ever-unfolding story of evolution and the interconnectedness of all living things. We have touched upon the very essence of what it means to be alive, to grow, to adapt, to sustain, and to simply exist in this magnificent, buzzing universe. As these thoughts gently swirl and settle in your mind, let them deepen your sense of wonder for the life that surrounds you, and the life that resides within you. Feel the quiet rhythm of your breath, the gentle beating of your heart, a testament to billions of years of biological ingenuity. May these reflections bring you a profound sense of peace, a quiet contentment, and a restful transition into the deepest, most rejuvenating sleep. Sleep well, dear friend, and may your dreams be filled with the quiet magic of life.